And so it's like you start panicking, you start having this panic attack, like are things going to get back to normal? You know, in the other room side of things, will things get back to normal? In fact, and it's very easy at this point in time to be lured by most of these people who tell you tightening cream, tightening soap, tightening tea, tightening. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel.
Our channel. She has a channel. That's why she said it's my channel.
Our channel.
I'm Kelechi,
and I'm Ijoma, and
together we are IJ and Casey.
IJ and Casey.
We're outside today.
Decided to like change scenery. Somebody is entertaining.
There's one at the back there. One of the offspring. They're actually both there, but one is sleeping. So
today we'll be talking about something like a lot of people don't talk about. So on postpartum, like the changes, the things that happen when you give birth that people don't like to talk about. To be honest, I've had a conversation with a couple of, with some people, and I've asked that question why most times it's not talked about. Most mothers will not tell their daughters, most friends will not tell their friends, most family members will not tell. That kind of information, like, as I feel like it's supposed to be passed down from generation to generation, so that
you know what to expect.
You know what to expect, because sometimes when these things just happen, you're like, what's wrong with me? I actually feel like I might be the person talking more this time around. You
talk, then I'll talk about it from my point of view. Okay, basically, let me set the ball rolling. So we're going to be talking about postpartum changes. We want to tell you about now.
Postpartum realities.
Realities, okay, yeah, realities. So I'll let her share her experiences. Then I'll talk about how I saw it, how those changes affected me as well, and possibly the family as well. Okay, so IJ.
The first thing that happens is that yes, you're excited about being a parent. As much as we see, not everybody is excited about being a parent. So you're excited about being a parent, and these things happen, and then your labor. It starts from the labor. If you've never had menstrual pain, you're very lucky. People like us who had serious menstrual pain right from time. Labor is like a heightened menstrual pain, so it's the same area because the pain is coming from the cervix and the uterus and all of that, and then it's the same thing when you're having menstrual pain, but then the pain is heightened. And then when this happens, a lot of people will tell you how I had labor and you have 4 hours, 2 hours, blah, blah, blah. And then you're having labor, 20 hours has passed, 1 day has passed. For different people, I've heard stories where somebody said they had labor for 4 days. And then you're wondering, I wasn't told this. Yes, you go for antenatal classes, prenatal classes, and they tell you some of these variations in the experiences and some of the expectations. But yes, that's where one of the surprises that hits you, like, oh my God, I never knew it to be this way. You start thinking, I wish I went for CS, I wish I had a epidural, but no form of delivery is easy. Even the CS and the epidural, all of them, everything has its own. Sometimes you're scared that something is wrong with you. And then sometimes also when you're also talking to some of your friends who have had kids, they are also not really opening up, and they are telling you things based on their own experiences. But sometimes I also feel like, that's whole habit of keeping things, like not giving out all the information and all of that. So yeah, some people will tell you the information they can tell you, and then they hold things back. I can remember, the first child, I can really appreciate some of the friends who like gave advice based on their own experiences and all of that, but then you still find some people who are still holding back, like, no, don't worry, but then at that point in time you're anxious. You just need someone to like tell you. Sometimes it's not even the comfort, like, tell me things so that I know that nothing is wrong with me. It's not only about telling me, don't worry, it will change, don't worry, it will stop. It's, I don't know, that's just the way I feel. Then another thing is, when this thing that they tell people that you should be in touch with your body, like, know your body, if you're the kind of person who really knows your body, and somehow you just make mistake to use mirror. Sometimes some doctors will tell you don't even look at that side. Don't look at just like if you want to help your mental health, don't look there. Because it feels like your vagina wants to fall out. And yes, I'm going to say vagina in the presence of my son, because vagina is a part of the body. And so it's like you start panicking. You start having this panic attack. Like, are things going to get back to normal? You know, in the other room side of things, will things get back to normal? In fact, and it's very easy at this point in time to be lured by most of these people who tell you tightening cream, tightening soap, tightening tea, tightening whatever. I even talked about the body changes, like how your body all of a sudden you don't recognize your body anymore, and how, you know, then the stretch marks sometimes it also affect you mentally.
The glorious stretch marks.
It also affects you mentally. You know, that's there's this thing about a lot of women feeling like they need to do it all, and thank God, see,
and be perfect,
and then, you know, losing yourself. And well, I'm not really going to go, I won't really go into that, but then it's like, hey, all these changes that happen, your love life or your this, because at the end of the day as well, you're told that you shouldn't have any intercourse with your spouse until you're given like a go ahead, so like 6 weeks plus and all that, you know, so to just give you time to heal. And then there are people who have like incontinence. They cannot control their pee. They cannot jump. They cannot, like, if they just sneeze, pee will just come out.
You talk about the episiotomy.
No, the episiotomy. Well, exactly. The episiotomy. A lot of people too do not know that they are supposed to tear. They might tear. Yeah, like episiotomy is like the area around the vagina. They just like open it up a bit without anesthesia. That one has to be there without anesthesia. But see, the labor pain is more than that tear.
At that point.
At that point.
Then after that,
the labor,
the healing.
No, the labor pain. You're not so bothered about anesthesia at that point, because you don't even know. It just happens. It's maybe after all the anesthetics and everything that you've been given has worn off, then you now start feeling pain around it. But yes, the episiotomy is one. In short, that one is the one that I did not even know. I did not know that. When sometimes you hear tear, you will think that maybe it's the baby that will tear. I did not know that when things get tough or something, that, you know, I would just hear that the baby tears. It's a roller coaster of emotions. Then the baby wanting to feed almost all the time. You know, just basically so many things change. But what really most of the time affects women is the physical changes in their bodies and the mental changes. Because a lot of people too begin to hate their body, begin to get angry. I've had someone who regretted having kids because she was so, you know, when she part of her confidence was her body before she gave birth, and then she now felt very down because, you know, and then social media and all these things will now be tensioning you about snap back. Hey, you see this person will just snap back. You would actually forget the fact that people's bodies are different, elasticity of the muscles and everything, they are different. If I really want to talk about that more, we'll not go sleep. But it happens. Like, people need to start opening up more. It's not like anywhere you go to, you just start talking about your changes about pregnancy or postpartum pregnancy and all that. But then when you feel like you found yourself in a situation where you could actually help someone with this information, there is nothing wrong, in my opinion. There is nothing wrong. We know we are not the first people to give birth. Millions of people are giving birth before us,
even
and millions of people will still continue giving birth.
Billions till
tomorrow, till the end of whatever. But then, like, people need to be more like expectant about it, like have an idea, because I also feel like sometimes most of the postpartum depression a lot of people go through is being hit hard with a lot of realities that they did not expect. That is just the thing. Apart from the fact that stress and all of, you know, stress and some of all these issues could contribute, and sometimes you don't even know what causes it. But then one of the factors that that contributes to the incidence of postpartum depression is sometimes just being hit by unexpected realities that you were not ready for. So yeah, that's it. If I really want to go really into details, this video will be too long. So from your own perspective,
All right,
what did you experience? How did it affect you?
All right. So for me, the labor part, first of all, the labor itself was a bit strenuous for me, especially our second child. The labor was something else, but we're grateful it all came out good. That's one thing. Then, being someone who really had it in mind that I'm going to help. No, I'm not going to use that word. I'm going to join in taking care of my kids. Not help, because they're my kids. I'm supposed to take care of my kids. I'm going to join in taking care of my kids. It was stressful to go to work, come back home, face the children, help kind of relieve stress off of her, waking up at night to feed. Like I think I did it all. Okay. Then you go to work, you're tired, you are cranky, but you still have to maintain a certain level of composure because you don't want people to see you in a bad state of mind. And I was thrown into a mental disarray. Like, what do I do? What's happening? I was confused. I utterly, completely confused. Then, after that, I knew for a fact that after she gives birth, there will be some changes in the down under region, in her vagina and everything. I knew that fact. I had to learn that no, like, her body has changed a lot. You need to give her time to heal. And I was glad to help, or I was glad to wait for her body to come back to normal. To be honest, I was ready. It's something people don't talk about a lot, and men sometimes don't even they don't cut their wives slack after these kind of things happen. So I'm really happy that I was able to be there and learn on the job, because I didn't know all this before it happened, and now I feel I'm a bit more experienced to talk to you about any of my friends or anyone who is experiencing the same thing and is confused. I know what to say to them now. So there are a lot of change, so many changes. Like I know that we didn't even go through a lot of them, and there's so many that other people go through on their own. But one thing you should remember is a woman's body changes after pregnancy, and also those changes affect your relationship with your spouse. So her spouse, the partner, please bear with the woman. It is not easy. Bear with her every step of the way. Be with her, encourage her, support her, because at the end of the day, if everything is fine, both of you will be fine. That's my take on it. What do you think?
Yeah. What are the changes you experience? What are the realities that it didn't happen and knock you? Like you didn't expect it. No matter, it doesn't even matter your experience in life. You definitely always, like I feel like it hits everyone. Like there are certain realities that just hit you, and you're like, wow. So what's your experience? What's your take on this? How did it affect you, your relationship? Just tell us in the comment sections, and yeah, we are reading everything. Yeah. So thank you for today. Thank you for today. Like today's one was just like one kind, back and forth and all of that. But then we are just happy that we were here to like, look, these things are happening. They happen. People really need to know.
Yeah.
What even triggered like they need to talk about this thing was I think I saw a video some time ago where people were really talking, like women were talking about their experiences, and like, wow, kudos. And these experiences, maybe they were just giving like 1/20th of the things that they go through, but they'll just mention only one thing. You're like, what? Really? We didn't even talk about. We'll just stop here. There are lots. So yes. So yeah. So thank you very much.
Thank you guys. Remember, watch, subscribe, share, comment, even give it a like. Okay?
Yeah. So thank you very much. Please and please subscribe. All right, so
Right.
yeah, so take care of yourselves, guys. Bye.
Peace.